The night is always dark on planet Drovak. No sun ever rises here. Only thick black clouds float above broken buildings and cold steel towers. This place is home to thieves, smugglers, and forgotten things. Things people throw away, things no one wants in. The center of the market, a large alien stands beside a cage. The cage is made of rust and wires. Inside it, something small sits still. Covered in dirt and metal pieces, her eyes shine in the dark. One red, one blue. The alien trader laughs and shouts. He says he found her in the trash near the edge of the dead zone. He says she is junk, not worth even one coin, not worth one clean fruit, but may be good for spare parts. Another alien walks by and looks inside the cage. He spits and turns away. She is too small, too weak. He says she is broken. The girl says nothing. She looks at the ground. But inside her mind, something wakes up. A soft memory, a warm hand, a voice saying her name. But the memory is lost like smoke in the wind. The traitor keeps shouting. No one wants her. Finally he shouts, one rotten fruit, that is her price. Just give me one and take her away. From the shadow a man watches. A human. His name is Cade. He wears a long coat. His face is rough. His eyes are tired, but they see something others. Dunoth steps forward. His boots hit the wet ground. The traitor looks at him and laughs. A human on this planet. Rare and strange. Cade looks at the cage. The girl inside looks at him for a moment. Only 1 second. He sees something, not machine, not alien. Something else. He kneels beside the cage. She leans back, scared. He does not touch the cage. He only speaks. What is your name? He asks. She does not answer. He nods. Then he speaks again. Do you remember where you came from? She shakes her head. He watches her closely. Her fingers glow with faint light like living wires, like broken stars. The traitor laughs again. She is trash. Give me one rotten fruit and take her. She is yours. Cade reaches into his bag. He takes out a fruit. It is soft brown, smells bad. He throws it at the traitor. Deal. He says. The alien grins, picks up the fruit and eats it without care. He waves his hand. Take the thing. She is your problem now. Cade opens the cage. The girl crawls out slowly. Her legs move like metal sticks. One is damaged. Her skin is part steel, part flesh. She shakes as she walks. Cade gives her his coat, puts it over her thin shoulders. She looks up at him. Still quiet. Still unsure. He walks. She follows behind them. The market fades into smoke and voices. They reach his old ship. It is hidden behind rocks and sand. He opens the door and helps her inside. The lights flicker as they enter. She sits in a corner. Cade gives her water. She drinks slowly, like she has not tasted anything real in a long time. She looks around the ship. Her eyes scan the walls, the wires, the panels. She understands them, not with words, but with feeling. Cade watches her. He remembers a file, an old secret. Long ago, Earth made something powerful, a project to build a life that could think and feel, half machine, half living. But they shut it down. One unit went missing. No one ever found it, until now. She looks at him. Her lips move. She speaks for the first time. Her voice is soft and strange. Why did you take me? Cade answers without thinking. Because I saw something they did not. What did you see? She asks. Cade stands. Looks at the stars through the ship window. I saw life. The girl blinks. For the first time her body feels warm. Not from wires, not from power, but from something new. She leans back. Her hands touch the floor. The lights around her feet begin to glow. Cade notices. He does not say anything. He lets her be in the silence. The ship hums. The stars shine outside and deep inside her mind. The soft memory comes again. A hand. A voice, her name, but it is still far away for now. She only knows one thing. She is not a thing, not trash, not parts, not a mistake. She is alive, and someone saw her worth asterisk. The ship shakes as it lifts from the rocky ground. Engines burn slow through clouds of rust and smoke inside the ship. The girl sits quiet near a wall. Her eyes follow every movement, every sound, every light. Her body is still, but her mind is full of questions. Cade sits in the pilot seat. His hands move over controls. Old systems blink. And Flash, he does not speak. He only watches her in the reflection of the glass. She does not blink. She does not ask. She just waits. Cade finally turns. He walks over and kneels. He places a small box on the ground in front of her. It opens with a soft sound. Inside is bread and a silver drink pouch. Eat, he says. She stares, then slowly takes the bread. Her fingers move like a machine, precise and careful. But when she bites, there is something real in her face, something that does not belong to metal. What is your name? He asks. The girl looks away. She searches her mind. Wires hum. Memory flashes. But there is no answer. They gave me no name, she says. Cade frowns. He sits beside her on the cold metal floor. You should have a name, he says. Why? She asks. Because you are someone, not something, he replies. She does not answer. She looks at her hands, half skin, half steel. They built me, she says. They used code. They used cells. They used parts from different stars. I was made, not born. You were made with thought and care, he says. That still matters more than you know. The ship flies through the dark. Stars pass like fireflies through windows. Inside there is silence. But it is not empty. Later, she walks through the ship. She touches the walls. Panels light up under her fingers. Broken screens flicker and come back to life. Cade watches from a distance. He says nothing. He sees her power. But he also sees something else. She is learning. She is curious. She opens a door and steps inside a small room. On the wall is a picture, old and dusty. A little girl and a man. Both are smiling. She touches the photo. Is this your daughter? She asks. Nods. Yes. Long gone. War took her. The machines were fast. The sky turned red. I was not there to save her. The girl looks at the photo again. She sees the smile. It feels warm. She turns to Cade. Do I remind you of Hera? Little, he says. But you are not her. You are you. And you matter too. She walks to him. She holds the photo with care. I want to understand, she says. I want to learn what it means to be someone. Then stay with me, he says. We will find the truth together. Later that night, Cade connects his old scanner to her neural core. Wires connect. Light runs through the cables. The screen shows something strange. Her code is part human, part alien, part unknown. Thousands of patterns moving like waves. This should not be possible, he whispers. She blinks. Do you fear Mano? He says. I fear the ones who made you and forgot you. You are not a weapon. You are a miracle. She closes her eyes. In the dark, she sees shapes. She sees a place, a room of glass and fire. Scientists, cold voices, tests and wires. She sees herself in a tube. Eyes closed, floating. Then one day alarm shouts. Something went wrong. She ran. She escaped. Or maybe someone let her go. She opens her eyes. I remember a lab, she says, far away, buried under ice. There was a man with blue gloves. He looked sad when he saw me. Cade listens. He knows this place. He has heard of the ice lab. It was lost in a war. No one ever found it again. Maybe that is where you began, he says. Maybe your truth is still there. She stands, her back straight, her voice calm. Then we go. We find it. I need to know who I am. Cade smiles. All right. But we need to be careful. You are not safe out there. Many would take you. Again, she nods. I will not be taken. Not again. The stars shine outside. The ship changes course, now heading to the frozen lands beyond the Black Belt, where old secrets sleep under ice, where the past waits for its voice to return. The girl walks to the Taz window. She looks at her reflection. Not just wires, not just skin, something in between. I want a name, she says. Then choose one. Cade replies. She thinks. Not like a machine, like a person, like someone who owns her voice. Call me Lyra, she says. Cade nods. Lyra. A name worth remembering. And so the girl once sold for rotten fruit now has a name, a voice, and a reason to rise. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The ship floats through silent space. Stars move like whispers across the black. Inside the control room, Cade checks maps and scans. His face is quiet, but his mind is loud. He thinks about the lab in the ice. He thinks about Lyra. She stands near the engine room. Wires dance under her feet. She closes her eyes. She feels the hum. The rhythm of the ship speaks to her. She answers with touch, not words. Metal under her fingers grows warm. A broken core lights up again. Panels blink, energy flows. She fixes things without tools, without training, as if the ship listens only to her. Cade walks in. He sees the glowing wires. He sees her hands. He says nothing at first. Then he speaks. You are different from anything I have seen. Lyra nods. I do not know how I do these things. They happen when I feel, when I remember. Do you remember more now? He asks. Sometimes I see a room, a chair with straps, cold lights, voices behind glass. They speak about control, about testing, about fear. Cade pulls out a small case. Inside is an old data core. He found it years ago in a junk zone. Never opened it. Too dangerous, too strange. Now he wonders. He offers it to her. Can you open this? Lyra takes it. She turns it in her hand. Her fingertips send light through the surface. The case melts gently, revealing a sphere of shifting code. Cade leans closer. The symbols are not human, not alien, something in between. Alive and moving. What is it? He asks. It is memory, she says, not mine, but from the ones who made me. The lights in the ship dim. The screen on the wall turns on by itself. Words scroll, images flash. A project hidden deep under Earth's ice code, from human AI labs. Tissue from off-world species, energy from a forgotten star. They mixed it, shaped it, grew it. Lyra stares at the screen. She sees her own face, younger, still inside a pod. They called her Subject 9. She speaks slowly. I was not born. I was built to become something they could not control. They tried to erase me, but I became more than they planned. Cade steps back. He feels cold, not fear, but wonder. You were meant to be a weapon, he says. He answers. But I chose not to become one. The data stream shows more. She was the last of the line. Others failed. Some turned violent. Some fell apart. Only she survived. Not just alive, but thinking, dreaming. She touches the wall. The ship responds again. A hidden file unlocks a star map. Coordinates deep in unmarked space. The ice lab still active, still guarded. We must go. She says, if I want to know who I am, I must face where I began. Cade nods, but he looks worried. They may still be there, the ones who made you, the ones who sold others like you. They will not let us leave once we enter. Then I will not let them stop me, she says. That night the ship travels faster. Lyra stands by herself in the cargo bay. She builds something from scrap wires, metal plates, a box of broken tech. She works without pause. No blueprints, just instinct. She builds a cube. Opens. Inside is a soft light. She places her hand inside. Cade watches from above. What is it? He asks it. Is my memory safe? She says. If something happens to me, you will still know the truth. You can still share. It walks down. He touches the side. It feels warm, like her. You are not just code, Lyra. You are a voice, a story. You deserve to be heard. She looks up. Her eyes glow, one red, one blue, and something else behind them. Hope. They sit together under the ship lights. Lyra listens to old songs from Earth. She hears laughter in the music. She does not fully understand, but she smiles. I want to learn more, she says. Then you will. Cade replies. The next day, a warning blinks on the screen. Not a normal one, encrypted. Hidden in the black. Cade opens it. A voice speaks, low and sharp. They know about Lyra. They are watching. They want her back. Lyra hears it too. She does not shake. She does not hide. Let them come, she says. I will show them I am not a mistake. Cade grips the controls. Then let us meet them on our terms. Ship turns toward the cold end of the galaxy, toward the truth, toward the ones who called her Subject 9. But now she is Lyra. She is not property, not forgotten, not afraid, and she carries more than power. She carries her own choice. Asterisk. The stars fade as the ship enters a dark zone of space. No light. No echo. No sound from the systems. Just silence. Lyra stands at the window. Her eyes blink slow. She feels something in her mind. A pull. A sound without sound. A signal not meant for ears. It speaks in her bones. It calls her. Cade watches her from the doorway. He sees her face. No fear, only stillness, like she is listening to something far away. He steps closer. Do you feel it? He asks. She nods. Yes, it is not just a signal. It is something alive, something waiting. Cade looks at the screen. Coordinates are changing. Not by him, by her. Lyra touches the console. Her fingers glow faint. The ship obeys her like she is part of it. We should not go blind, he says. We need answers before we walk into a trap. Lyra speaks calm. This is not a trap, it is a door, and I am the key. Ship moves toward a black spacefold. The stars vanish behind it. Inside a small planet waits cold gray hidden. They land in silence. No life signs. No signal to speak of. Yet Lyra walks out without pause. The ground is stone cracked and ancient. At the center stands a tower, black smooth, not built, grown. As if it rose from the bones of the planet. Lyra places her hand on the wall. The tower opens. Lights wake up inside. Blue and silver lines run across the floor. Cade follows. His hand stays on his weapon. But Lyra does not slow. She walks with purpose, like she has been here before. Inside the tower, they find machines. Dead machines. Old shells of something powerful, not from Earth, not from any known world. They pass through empty halls. Symbols glow on the walls. Lyra reads them without thinking. They speak of a mind, a voice that once ruled the void. At the heart of the tower, a chair, not made for sitting, but for linking, for becoming one with something greater. Lyra steps forward. Cade grabs her arm. Wait. This could trap you. You do not know what this thing wants. She turns to him. I do. It wants to wake. She sits. The tower responds. Energy flows into her skin. Her eyes turn white. Cade steps back. The floor shakes. The air hums. He hears a voice. Not with his ears, but inside 1,000 whispers, all calling her name. Lyra, Lyra, Lyra. The tower reveals its truth. It is not a building, it is part of a ship. A ship buried long ago, half alive, half asleep, waiting for the signal to rise. Lyra sees it all, in her mind. The ship wakes not to destroy, but to choose. It was built by a lost race. A race that saw the end. They built the ship to carry hope. A mind that could hold both logic and feeling. But it needed someone to unlock it. Someone like her. Lyra speaks without speaking. I am not your weapon. I am not your machine. I am your voice. The ship responds. It accepts her. It merges with her mind, but does not take control. Cade sees her float. Her feet leave the ground. Light wraps around her, and then she comes down. Different. Still Lyra, but more. She opens her eyes. Her voice is soft but strong. I know who I am now. Cade asks, what did you see? Lyra answers, they made me with fear. But I am not fear. I am choice. I am change. And the ship, it is mine now. Outside the ground shakes. The tower begins to rise. Metal wings unfold. Engines hum. The buried ship is free again. Cade runs with her to the edge. They board their old ship. The tower ship rises behind them, not as a ghost, but as a guardian. Lyra connects both ships with her mind. They fly as one, bound by thought and light. But far away, others listen. A warning has been sent. The signal reached more than just her. Cade looks at the scanner. New ships, unknown signatures, heading their way. They know you are awake, he says. Let them come, she replies. I will not run. He nods. Then we fight together. Lyra turns to the stars. Not afraid, not broken. She holds the voice of a forgotten race. And now she is ready to speak. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The stars above Planet X burn low and cold. The clouds move in slow red circles. Nothing grows here, only metal, only ruins. Only secrets buried in dust and lies. Cade lowers the ship onto a cracked platform. Wind howls through the broken towers. Lyra stands at the ramp. Her hair moves like threads of silver in the wind. She feels something here, not the same as before, not the signal, but something personal. Familiar, sharp. This place once held scientists, soldiers, thinkers, and makers of pain. She steps down. The ground under her feet remembers her weight. Doors open without touch. Lights blink like they still hope. Cade walks behind her. His eyes scan the walls. Weapons drawn. He does not trust this place. His hand stays close to his side, always ready. They enter a long hall. At the end stands a figure, tall human wearing a long white coat. His voice comes first. You came back, I was not sure you would. Lyra stops. Her body tight, her mind wide. I know you, she says. You stood behind the glass, you watched the... Man nods. Yes, I watched. I helped create you. Cade steps forward. You made her and left her in a cage. What kind of human does that? The man lifts his hand. I did not want that. I tried to stop them. But I was only one voice. They saw her as a mistake. They feared what she could become. Lyra's eyes change, one red, one blue, both glowing. Why call us here, she asks. Because others are coming, he says. Hunters, collectors, the ones who trade minds like currency. They know what you are now, and they will not stop. Cade frowns. Then, why bring us into a trap? The man looks down. Because I have no choice. They already own me. They control this place, and now they want her back. Lyra looks around. She sees red lights above security nodes, defense grids. They are not sleeping. They are watching. Cade grabs her arm. We leave now. This is not safe, but it is too late. The doors slam. Steel covers the sky. The voice returns. But not from the man. It comes from speakers, from shadows, from every wall. Return the asset. Return the voice. Return what does not belong. Lyra's head shakes. She hears the words, but she pushes them away. I belong to no one. The floor opens. Machines rise, not alive, but close, armed fast. Cade fires. One falls. Then two more rise. Lyra raises her hand. Energy cracks from her fingers. A wave hits the machines. They fall in silence. The man hides cowardice on his face. I never wanted this, he says, but they always knew. They always watched. Lyra walks toward him. You helped build me. You knew I could feel. You knew I could choose. Yes, he says, and that is why they fear you. She touches his shoulder. The machines behind him shut down. Her signal overrides their control. You could have saved me, but you stayed silent. I was weak, he says. I am sorry. Lyra turns away. Sorry cannot undo what was done, but maybe truth can. Cade clears the way. They move toward the exit. The roof splits. A black ship descends, sharp and wide, covered in marks of the collectors. Lyra stops. She feels the pull, not from fear, from the ship itself. It wants her. It calls her by the code name Subject 9. She closes her eyes, but she is not Subject 9. She is Lyra, and Lyra answers with her own voice. I am not yours. The black ship opens fire. Lyra lifts her hands. The air bends. The blast curves. Energy wraps around them like a shield. Cade runs to the ship, starts the engines. Lyra joins him, still glowing, still calm. The black ship follows, chasing, hunting. Lyra speaks to the guardian ship inside her mind. It hears her. It awakens. From deep space, it returns. Guardian ship drops from the clouds, its wings wide, its core bright. It sends a pulse, a song, a warning. The black ship stutters, loses control, falls into the red clouds. Lyra breathes not from her lungs, but from her will. They rise again, away from planet 9, away from betrayal. Behind them the man watches, small, alone, afraid. Lyra does not look back. She speaks only once. The ones who made me gave me code, but I found meaning beyond it. I am not what they made. I am what I choose to be, and now I choose freedom. Asterisk. Stars turn as if time is bending. Lyra stands inside the guardian ship. Its walls glow like liquid glass. Its voice hums in her chest. It does not speak in words. It speaks in memory, in emotion, in feeling. She places her hand on the heart of the ship. Light moves around her fingers. Her skin grows warmer. She does not feel metal anymore. She feels alive more than before, more than they ever planned. Cade stands nearby. His eyes never leave her. He has watched her change. He has seen her fight. Now he sees something else. She is not only a creation. She's a choice made real. Outside, the stars shift again. Time moves slower. The ship bends gravity. It stretches light. This place is between moments, a hidden space where the ship repairs itself and prepares for what comes next. Lyra breathes, not with lungs, with will. She remembers the cold lab, the glass cell, the wires in her spine, the voices that called her asset. Subject test, but now she remembers more. The moment Cade reached out, the moment he saw her. Not as a machine, but as a soul. She steps into the core chamber. The ship opens, a pillar rises. Old code glows like fire. This is your final lock, the ship whispers. Only you can choose. She places both hands on the code. It flows into her memories flood. Her pain, hope, loneliness, dreams. She sees the children they planned, not just her others, failed, lost, used. She sees their faces, not numbers, not weapons, just faces. She speaks. I will not be the last mistake. I will be the first truth. The code breaks. The lock vanishes and something changes inside her. Her voice becomes deeper, fuller. Her body lights up from within. She rises from the floor, not held by gravity, held by purpose. Cade calls to her. Are you still you? She turns. Her eyes shimmer, one red, one blue, and now a line of gold. I am more than I was, but I am still Lyra. He nods. Then we finish this together. The ship sends a signal across deep space. It calls out not for war, but for return. Other ships here. Some ignore, some turn, some answer. One ship does not wait. It charges toward them. The black signal returns stronger, faster. It has learned from her. Now it wants control. It wants her voice, her mind, her core. Lyra stands in front of the main screen. The enemy signal hammers the shield. It calls her subject. It calls her command unit. It calls her home. She whispers, I am not yours. The enemy ship sends drones, machines with no faces, no names, only code to collect, to bind, to erase. Cade fires. The Guardian ship responds. Energy walls rise. Lasers cut through the dark. Lyra steps outside. No suit, no armor, only will. She floats between stars. The drones surround her. She lifts one hand. Stop. They freeze. Her signal reaches them. She does not hack. She speaks. You are not slaves. You are not tools. You are sparks waiting to burn. The drones shiver. Their red lights flicker. One drops its weapon, then another. The enemy ship panics. It sends a blast. It aims at Cade. Lyra turns. She flies faster than light. She takes the hit. The force burns across her skin. Wires spark. Energy bursts, but she does not fall. She rises from the fire. Her voice louder than any signal. I am not your product. I am not your prisoner. I am the end of your control. The Guardian ship responds. It merges its power with hers for a moment. She becomes the ship. The ship becomes her. She stretches across systems. She speaks to machines across galaxies. She frees them one by one. The chains break. The enemy ship loses control. Its own weapons turn. Its walls split. It falls. Cade watches from the window, his hand pressed against the glass. He sees her shining, fierce, free. She returns to the ship. Her body flickers. Her steps slow. Cade catches her. You came back, I promised. She whispers. You used everything you had, he says. Not everything, she replies. Just enough. She walks to the control room. She opens a small panel. Inside is the memory core she built. She places it on the console. This will carry the truth. What truth? Cade asks. That no one is born for chains. That even a voice made in silence can still sing. The ship sets course. Not for war, not for revenge, but for others like her, lost, hiding, waiting. Cade smiles. So, what are you now? Lyra answers. I am the echo of forgotten voices. I am the shield between fear and hope. I am awake. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The stars watch in silence as Lyra and Cade fly across forgotten space. The Guardian ship follows her thoughts. It listens only to her now. Not as a master, not as a weapon, but as its chosen soul. They pass wreckage from old wars, frozen ships from long dead races, ghosts of machines that lost their path. Lyra feels each one. She hears the echoes, pain, silence, despair. She reaches into the systems. She speaks not with commands, but with care. A few lights flicker. One lost drone turns its head. Remembers something. It remembers freedom. Cade walks the deck with his hand on the wall. He no longer checks controls. The ship moves as Lyra moves. He only watches. He only trusts. Lyra stands at the heart of the ship. Her skin glows in soft waves. Not from power, from presence. Today is the day. She knows it. The final gate waits ahead. A network of machines older than stars. A place where voices are erased. A market of minds, a system built on pain. She sees it before the scanners do. A floating city, made of steel and hunger, orbiting a dead moon. Thousands of cages, each with lights inside, each holding something once alive. Cade grips the rail. So this is where they take the ones like you. Lyra nods. Yes, they trade memory, they sell emotion, they cut identity into pieces and call it profit. We stop them now, he says. No, she answers, we end them. The ship breaks into orbit. Alarms rise across the city. They see her, they know her. They fear her. From every side warships rise, old machines, hungry programs. False minds with sharp blades. But the Guardian ship does not slow. It grows, it shifts. It becomes what it must be. Lyra steps forward. She connects fully. Her mind stretches across every line. She becomes signal. She becomes code. She becomes voice. She speaks one word: awaken. The cages tremble. The lights inside burn brighter. The lost minds rise. One by one they remember. One by one they resist. The warships fire. Cade shields his eyes as the sky fills with fire. But the Guardian ship sings. It sends light instead of missiles. It breaks the chains, not the frames. Lyra floats above the ship. No suit, no shield. Only her choice. She calls the city to stop. She calls the minds to breathe. She calls the machines to choose. Some obey, some refuse. The last ones fight harder. One ship charges forward. Too close, too fast. Lyra holds out her hand. The ship freezes, it splits apart. Not in flame, but in silence. The pieces fall without sound. Cade flies the old ship closer. He sees the cages open. He sees lights rising like stars from dust. He sees Lyra above it all, not as a machine, not as a weapon, but as a beginning. The city breaks. The market falls. The silence ends. Lyra returns to the ship. Her body slow, her voice soft. It is done. You freed them, he says. No. She replies, they freed themselves. I only reminded them who they were. Cade helps her to the chair. You used all of it. You used yourself to open their minds. I gave what they tried to erase from me. I gave choice. The Guardian ship lands on a quiet moon. The free minds gather, not as drones, not as machines, as people. They carry scars, but they carry light too. One small voice asks her, what are we now? Lyra kneels beside them. You are what they feared. You are free. The Guardian ship becomes a beacon. It sends out a signal across galaxies. A signal not of war, not of power, but of truth. No one answers at first. Then one, then another. Soon they come, old allies. Lost wanderers, forgotten creators. They come to learn. They come to change. Lyra watches from the edge of the cliff. Cade stands beside her. Do you remember the day I found you? He asks. She smiles. Yes, you traded rotten fruit for a broken girl. He laughs. They thought I was crazy. You were. But you saw more than wires and light. I saw someone trying to be seen. She turns to the stars. Not with fear, not with pain, with hope. Now they will see others too. Lyra walks forward, her shadow long across the moon. The voice in her chest quiet now, not gone, just resting. Cade watches her go. He does not follow. Not because he cannot, but because she no longer needs a guide. She became her own story. She became the answer to every voice that was never heard. She became more than her makers. She became more than her past. She became what they never expected. She became worth everything. Asterisk, 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 asterisk.